Hello everyone and welcome back to Arctic Retro, and this is the September 22 edition of Mail and Donations. No donations this time, but I have a lot of interesting stuff to show you, and yeah, I'll save the best for last, and that's this one. This is actually one package, and yeah, if you want to see what that is, you have to wait until the end. But I can say that this is an MSX machine, and yeah, looking forward to opening and testing it in this video. So please keep watching, and please hit the subscribe and the like button if you like this content. Alright, let's just get right to it then and start opening some packages. Alright, the first item is this one. It's from China, of course. Most of my packages come from China, and it says pen on the declaration. I'm not sure it's a pen, maybe it looks like a pen. Funny thing, the people that write the declaration, I think they don't always know what the item is. And in fact it looks like a pen, but it is a small USB soldering iron. So I bought this quite cheap on eBay, and yeah, I just wanted an extra soldering iron that I can quickly use on small jobs. And if I ever need two soldering irons at once, for example lifting those small SMD components, this might come in handy. So let's check it out and test it. It says the time is 15 seconds. USB soldering iron, green lamp 330 to 350 degrees, blue lamp 370 to 400, red lamp 430 to 450. So I'm gonna open it, see if it has any charge on the battery. If not, I'm gonna charge it, and then I'll be back with a small test here. So there's a very small user manual. It says, thank you for purchasing our product. All items are from our store are insured with a top quality. Yeah. So I don't think there's much to it. It's just a button, and you can connect a USB power cord, and you can charge it, of course. And yeah, here's the different temperatures: 8 watts of power and 5 volts. Tin melting time less than 15 seconds. Press and hold the switch key for 2 seconds to start. The green index lamp temperature is 330 to 350. Switch by single press for blue and red for hotter. And in the box there's the little pen, and yeah, there's the tip and a little amount of solder tin, and a small holder and cleaning pad, and a little charging cable. Very lightweight. Okay, I'm gonna press and hold and see if it has any charge. Nope, doesn't seem to have any charge, so I'm gonna charge this and then I'll be back. Oh well, I was too quick. I didn't read the manual. It clearly says here that this does not contain a battery. This is a plug-in soldering iron, so need a cable then, but that's alright. Yeah, let's see now. Turning on, it shows green. Now it should take about 15 seconds. Here I have an old C64 board that is a parch board. Let's see if I can melt the solder on this solder point. Well, not exactly. This was perhaps a little big point. This one. Not. Let's see if we can actually solder something with some solder tin here. Yeah, it melts, but that is too low temperature. It melts the solder, but yeah, not the best heat. I'm gonna crank it up now to red and wait a little while. Obviously this is a very thin and small tip, so the heat transfer will be of course reduced, but let's see now. No, I think this is very poor. Well, I think I paid like 15 euros including shipping for this, so I wasn't expecting much, but yeah, this is pretty much crap, unusable. Well, after a while it seems like it got a little bit hotter, and I was able to melt the solder. Let's see if it can be used with a simple solder task like this, an LED on this prototyping board. Yeah, it kind of works, but you need a little bit of dwell time for this. Okay, before I conclude, I actually read the manual a little bit more, and it actually says that you need a pretty good power supply for this, obviously, and yeah, the one I used was just this small one. It's only providing 2 amps, and it's the specification here says that it needs at least 1.7 amps. So now I have connected a much larger one, and now it actually started smoking. It didn't do that before, so let's see now on this old C64 board. Yeah, now it actually works quite good. It melts everything. But it seems to cool down pretty quickly. Yeah, no, it's very quick, so yeah. I think I concluded too quickly. This of course needs a bit of power to heat up properly, but yeah, this is quite quick. Yeah. So maybe it's not that bad after all. Next package is this one. This is also from China. It says Guangdong, and it says here polishing grinder. Polishing grinder. Yeah, I think I know what that is actually. Let's take a look. Packaging is pretty lousy. It has had a little bit of banging. Okay, just rip it apart. Alright, so this is the thing. It is a small yeah, grinding tool, or yeah, you can use it for drilling and everything, I guess. So this is the content, a tool, a USB cable, and a lot of bits for it, and this small one-page user's manual. It says the set of mini mill apply to punching, carving, painting, marking, trimming, polishing for stainless steel, ceramic, glass, plastic, wood, animal, angle, acrylic board, circuit board, tin, aluminium, and other materials. But it can't be used for wall drilling. Okay, good to know. I'm not going to read all of this, but it says here it's not recommended for more than 50 minutes of use. Yeah, the quality looks alright, hard plastic, and it's quite heavy, and this has a battery. So let's see if it works. Yeah, it has 3 speeds. So let's see now if we can use some of these bits. There's some grinders and some polishers. I actually have a big one of the same kind, and it's of course a completely different quality, but I just wanted to test these smaller tools because it's handy to have lying around, and easier to set up. So yeah, push it in and then screw it in place to lock it. You need to push down this button to lock the axle, and then you can lock it. Yeah. Okay, let's see now. I need to find something to grind. I have this paint box. Let's try it on that one. Okay. So this will actually come in handy if I want to grind away some traces on a PCB or remove the solder mask on a PCB. So let's try that. So I have this old Commodore 64 motherboard again. Let's see if I can grind away some of the solder mask. I'll put it on medium. So let's say this was corroded and I wanted to remove the corrosion and the solder mask. Yeah, that works. Full speed. Alright, that worked just fine. So that tool I think is excellent for the cheap price of around 20 euros, I think. Okay, so cleaning up. Yeah, and here's a lot of different grinding tools, different types of shaped stones, brushes, polishing, cutting discs. If you want to cut some small metal or plastic. Yeah, there's even small drills. Yeah, so I'm pretty pleased with this tool. This will come in handy, I'm sure. It didn't come with a charger, only a cable, but obviously you can use any kind of USB micro. Yeah, now it indicates that it is charging, and you can't turn it on when it is charging. So I'm going to charge it up fully now and see. Next package is this one. It is from Germany, Deutsche Post. Let's check it out. Don't remember what this can be, and here it is. Okay, yeah, that's the one. This is a cable for my Atari 800 XL, and this has a USB connector, and this makes it possible to transfer software from your home computer, PC or Mac to the Atari 800 via this connector here, which is kind of special for those Atari machines. It has an I/O port like this that is used for almost everything I/O related, tape, floppy disk drives and things like that. So I got this because I don't have a tape or floppy drive for that Atari machine, and you haven't actually seen that machine yet. I'm gonna use this in an upcoming video about that machine. So you'll have to wait until that, and then I will explore this one. Alright, moving over to the next one, and this comes from Isabel Sanchez Buy something in Spain, and that name is a familiar name for me. It's from the Amiga store.eu, and I buy most of my Amiga stuff there, including this little thing. Yeah, that's it. It's a small connector for the Amiga 600 and 1200. No, actually I think that's a different one. This one has less pins than the 1200. And yeah, it's for the Amiga 600. And the reason I got this was because I am currently working on an Amiga 600, and I had to remove the keyboard connector in order to recap it. And yeah, here's the actual connector. It doesn't look bad, but it got a little bit of heat, so it warped a little bit, and you can see it's quite black around the pins perhaps. So I thought instead of soldering this back in, I just got a new one. It was quite cheap, including shipping even, so that's it. Alright, the next one, it's from China, Singapore actually. Singapore, not China, but, or Singapore is in China. Not really sure, don't remember. Let's see what this is. Can't remember. Okay. Lots of sockets, yeah. And these are those turn pin sockets. Sorry I didn't zoom out, but yeah, you can see everything clearly now. So I have a lot of sockets that I use from time to time, but I didn't have more of these, so I got a bunch in different sizes. And these are better than the usual sockets that just clamps around the chips, I guess. So good to have a little stock of sockets. I use a lot of those. Next package is this one. It is from Beijing Yanwen. Plastic. Okay, there's okay, I think they have actually combined several of my packages, because this package is actually sent from Oslo here in Norway, and within that package are 4 smaller ones. So yeah, seems to be some distribution center serving Chinese packages in Oslo. Let's quickly open these. There's no declaration on them, and yeah, I have no idea what this might be. First one. Okay, yeah. All right, that's adapters for connecting a IDE to SATA. IDE connector, and on the other side a SATA. So you can use a SATA drive where you are supposed to use an IDE. And I think this one is the reverse. Or maybe it's the same. Yeah, looks like exactly the same. I probably ordered 2 of those. I'm gonna use these for a PC project I'm doing right now. This one then. What can it be? Ah, yeah. These are connectors, and yes, you probably recognize these. These are simply Molex connectors with the housing and the actual crimp-on connectors. Also going to be used in that PC project, I guess. So what's this then? Aha. Aha. So these are the reverse. These one are SATA to IDE 2.5, and these are IDE to SATA. And that's the reverse. And then you need a power supply if you have an IDE drive. So actually, if you convert both ways, you end up with the same as you got. So yeah, okay. Gonna be used for that PC project. Final one of those small packages. What kind of plastic is this? Impossible to cut. Oh, that's some kind of kit. Yeah, it's a connector kit. Sometimes I need some connectors, and I don't have them, and yeah, these are good to have in stock in case I need some of these. Different sizes, different pin counts. Yeah, nice. Then we have this interesting package. It's from Lotarek in Poland. Let's take a look. I think I know what it is. It's something I need for another a video or project coming up. Obviously, most of the things I get is for that purpose. So that's a nice box and a nice packaging. And yeah, here it is. This is an SD card device for Atari machines, and specifically for my Atari 800 XL, which you haven't seen yet, but it's gonna come up in a video sometime not long in the future. So then I will test this out, and yeah, it has a display and SD card reader here, and some nice clicky buttons here. Looks nice, made in Poland. It's called an SIO2SD, and this is the SIO adapter or cable that goes into the SIO port of the Atari. And you can get these boxed as well. I bought this plain here, and it was around 21 euros without the shipping. So not a whole lot. And I got it on Lotarek's Lair. Lotarek PL. So what's this then? Looks like something else. Some candy. Caramel, chocolate. Yeah, it's caramel. Nice. Gonna eat it right away. So the shipping was quite fast. I think it took yeah, less than 2 weeks delivered here. Yeah, that's really good. Then we have this one, wide and flat package, and this came from Germany, and it was sent to me by a guy that many of us in the retro computer community knows, and that is Sven Petersen, and he has made a lot of stuff for the Commodore machines, expansion cartridges, and he also made the Commodore Diagnostics harness and things like that. And this is something he recently made and sent me. There's a lot of different parts and a lot of these packaging nuts. I'm gonna remove that first. So that's the parts that were in the box, and as you can see, it's a small PCB, and it's the Commodore keyboard tester revision 1. And I'm gonna build this in another video, and this is as it states, keyboard tester, and it can test keyboards for various Commodore machines, Commodore 64, VIC-20 among others, Commodore 128, 128D, and SX64, and it has the different connectors you need. Yeah, interesting project, and as usual, very good quality from Sven Petersen. And I bought this from Sven. I didn't get it for free, obviously, and looking forward to building this and checking it out in another video. So that's why you should subscribe and hit that notification bell to get a notice on all the videos I produce. Okay, let's take a look at this big boy, and it's not bicycle stuff, even though it says bike shop, and it is actually one package. He just wrapped plastic around 2 boxes. I guess he didn't have large enough boxes, and this is something I bought. I found it on the Norwegian finn.no shop. Okay, I'm gonna take these apart and take a look inside. So these are big boxes, hardly fit on my bench, and inside it's even smaller boxes. I guess that's just for filling it up. But here we see something. Sanyo cassette recorder and MSX computer joystick and a boxed Panasonic MSX 3.5-inch floppy disk drive. Interesting. So yeah, MSX stuff. Then the next box, oh, I guess this is the actual machine. Okay, what did I get? A self-lit OLED supported by Apple AirPlay. No. Oops. I ruined everything. Yeah, that's a bunch of MSX games. 3, 6, 12, 15 games. The packaging in this case was excellent, so thumbs up to the seller. I only got actually I only got one MSX cartridge, so then I have 15 doubled my collection, and here it is, the Sanyo Wavy 23 MSX2. That's a very nice box. How do you pronounce it? Wavy? No, Wavy. Sanyo Wavy 23 personal computer PHC23J. Okay, let's take a look inside the box. Very nice condition, everything. Oops. Ooh. So there's the machine. It looks very nice. It has an American power plug. I wasn't aware about that, so that needs to be replaced. It has an audio video cable here and another one here. And the machine looks quite alright. It has Japanese characters alongside the standard Western ones. Sanyo personal computer PHC23J. Yeah, it has 2 cartridge slots. It is a bit dirty, so obviously it needs a little bit of a cleaning as usual. Yeah. On the back side, nothing much other than it looks alright. A little bit scratched. Okay, so let me try and hook this up. I have a step-down transformer that I can use with this. But first I'm just gonna compare it to another MSX machine that I got, namely this. And you can see it looks quite similar. The Sanyo has the Sanyo has a numeric keyboard, but this one doesn't have that. But otherwise, this is an AX170. Otherwise, they are quite similar in shape. Let's take a look at the other stuff. This joystick box looks almost brand new. Yeah, okay, it's an MSX Mitsubishi electric joystick. Looks kind of weird. Yeah, very loose, not clicky. Made in Japan. It actually looks brand new, unused. Maybe it is. This too, this is a cassette recorder, and its box almost looks like brand new too. So this is kind of interesting. I don't have a cassette recorder for MSX. I think I have one cassette though. Oops, sorry about that squeaky noise. Styrofoam. Look at that. Isn't that something? That's a kind of weird cassette player. It has tape speed normal and high, phase normal and high, monitor on and off, eject, double speed loading, and there's even a cassette there, Alien Bones for MSX. Nice. So I have never seen a cassette recorder like this. It's a Sanyo and it also uses AC 100 volts. So need to figure out a way to convert it to 220 volts then. Then we have the floppy disk drive. It's an FSFD1A from Panasonic. 3.5 inch. Box looks in almost mint condition. Probably runs on 110 volts. This one too. Yeah, it has a 110 volt power adapter or 100 volts AC. So this one I can obviously replace. The output is 10 volts, 9 volts DC. There you have it, floppy disk drive. Yeah, it's the one that you connect directly to the machine through the expansion port. Double-sided, 720 kilobytes, double density, double track. So it's double everything, and there's the power input. Japanese something. So I don't know the history about this machine or where it came from. Obviously it was bought in Japan, and they are probably using 100 volt system there. I don't know. Like in the US, 110. Obviously I'm gonna make a full video about this machine later, but for now I'm just gonna hook it up and test it briefly and see if it works. And yeah, it has an RGB out with using this cable, but it has this 2.5 millimeter, I think. No, maybe this is the tape connector. Yeah, it is. Of course. So I'm just using the regular composite video and audio out to SCART to my TV. Here's that step down converter from 220 to 110. Okay, I'm gonna turn it on. Let's check, does it work or not? Yeah, looks like it's working. 128K RAM. Yeah, there you go. MSX Basic version 2.0 by Microsoft. Nice. Well, let me try one of the games. They're all in Japanese, so I don't have a clue on what they are. Yeah, this one, Alibaba. Let's try that one. Yeah, that's Alibaba and the 40 Thieves. Okay, sound is working. 3 key, 1 player. Okay. That was kind of annoying. Okay, obviously you should not run into that green monster. This one I can understand, it says hole in one, so I guess it's golf then. Okay. That graphics looks a bit strange. All these raster lines between. Maybe it should be like that. I don't know. Okay, let's try and hit. Oops. Fairway, not only one, and there. Oh. So it should zoom in, but it doesn't do it. I have no control over the direction, it seems like. Or maybe I have. Yeah, you can can steer the direction in the rough. Okay, I'm on the green. Okay, now it zooms in and we can aim at the hole. Yes! So that was a par 4, and yeah, that was a bogey, I guess. Alright, that was it for this edition of Mail and Donations, and this last one was the most interesting. Obviously, a new machine to my collection, and I now had 3 MSX machines, and yeah, those are interesting machines, interesting platform, which I never used back in the day. And I'm really looking forward to making a video about this machine only and explore the other stuff that came with it and do some restoration work on it if needed. Okay, thanks a lot for watching, and a special thanks to my patrons. See you next time. Bye bye.